do remember my first day. It was in a very smoke-filled drawing office in northern France, in Rouen, and I had joined the team building a metro bus, and I walked in with a pretty good level of language skills and everything. This place was absolutely crazy, and I was thrust into the middle of this huge project to build this metro bus with people talking all over the place and expecting us to come up with drawings for site problems really quickly. And yeah, it was a really interesting opening day at work. I think the one thing which has amazed me is how much travel there is. I've been very lucky and I've been all over the world, but I had never really appreciated when I started getting into the industry just how global my career could be, and if I could prepare someone, that would be my warning to them, would be prepared to travel around. And I think that's really true nowadays. People move around a lot, and I have colleagues now in Canada, in the States, in South America, in South Africa, and it's really a global business. If you want to be promoted, you should never say no. I have learned over time that my best opportunities have been when someone has asked me to do something and I've been unsure, but I've always wanted to take on the challenge, and I've always said yes to the things which seem really scary or really unusual, and it's given me some fantastic opportunities. It really has. One of the things that's always inspired me is that my family has always been involved in the industry in one way or another. My great-grandfather was an architect to Queen Victoria, worked with some of the early flat iron buildings, and I've always been very interested in tangible, real things which show progress and show technology that make people's lives easier. So I think I've always been inspired by the big projects, the big infrastructures, things like tall buildings, high-speed trains, those sorts of things. I find that really exciting, and those are the things I really love doing still now. I think training is a huge part. It's very easy in difficult times to cut training. I think people need to be realistic about how we get training incorporated as a normal part of daily life. It's often seen as an add-on or an extra, and when times are hard, it gets moved to one side. I think another part of it is having a diverse workforce. We in this country have a tradition and a history of welcoming people of different cultures, and we have a lot to learn from places like China and South America, where they do things differently. But frankly, we should learn from their experiences of how to go about things. Recently saw some footage of building the high-speed railway in China, and it's really an amazing project, and they do things very differently. I'm not saying we're going to go that way, but we should learn from it. And I think the other thing we should be very conscious of is to have an industry which is very inclusive. The way we work is very different. It's fast-paced. It involves a lot of technology. We need to recognise there are lots of different ways of bringing people into the workforce, and we should be looking at ways of how we inspire people to join our industry, and accommodating the needs of their lives in the way we employ people. I think that's one which recognises that its most important resource is its people. I've been very lucky to work for two companies who have been extremely focused on their people and who give them a lot of space and give them a lot of opportunity to move around and learn new things. And I've been particularly lucky in the last 10 years to spend a long time working in the Netherlands and spend time visiting lots of different places, and the company encourages people to get involved in projects which allow you to move around. What I would like to give a superpower gift to someone would be to be able to investigate and to learn from mistakes. There is a need to remember in engineering and construction that when everything goes brilliantly, it's fine. But you tend not to learn lessons so much when it goes fine, but when things go wrong. I've had quite a few mentors in my time. Some people have been people I work with directly. Other people are people who I've worked with and then have moved away again, and I stay in touch with them. One of my mentors is a colleague of about 10 years, and he's now based in Brisbane. And we chat maybe once a month, something like that. And it's very much an equal relationship. But we have a way of exchanging information and learning from each other's mistakes, which helps us a lot. And I have huge respect for him, and he's really helped me understand how to improve my work and improve what I do. I think we are generally an industry which is quite open. We have encouraged people to come into our industry, but I think there are always perceptions of, let's say, the professions being perhaps culturally off limits to some groups. So I think it is very important to recognise, as I said earlier, that we learn from other cultures, and that we encourage new ideas into the engineering profession as to how to learn from different cultures and different industries, even to be accommodating of other people's ideas.